technocrats aim to reduce the global population to a level that, from their perspective, conserves resources. Regarding automation and transforming world of work, Yuval Noah Harari stated that human work will become increasingly less significant. A portion of the population could come to be viewed as economically dispensable. For a long time, since the Weavers' revolts until today, there have been fears that mechanization could lead to mass unemployment. This has never happened, because when old professions became obsolete, new professions developed, and there has always been something that humans could do better than machines. However, this is not a law of nature, and nothing guarantees it that it will continue to be so in the future. In response to a question Harari himself posed, what do we need humans for, or at least, what do we need so many humans for? He answered at the WEF, the best thing we can do at the moment is to keep them happy with drugs and computer games. Harari argues that in a technocratic order, the value of a person is measured primarily by their economic usefulness. What use is human beings to an eye? In our worldview, people apparently have no intrinsic value, but are judged solely by their economic usefulness, which in a technocratic world order is low for most of us. Neuroethician Thomas Metzinger has developed the barn scenario to address this. In his benevolent artificial anti-natalism scenario, a super AI concludes that it wishes to gradually extinguish humanity without actively killing it. The majority of humanity is prevented from reproducing, a goal achievable through frequent tetanus vaccinations for pregnant women that result in miscarriage and infertility. However, since the 1970s, there has also been a movement advocating for humanity to voluntarily reduce its numbers or even go extinct by humans themselves. It is called the Voluntary Human Extinction Movement. According to Emma Lawrence, 30% of 16 to 24-year-old willing to forego having children for the sake of the climate. The stance also advocated by anti-natalist Verena Braunschweiger. In her book Kinderfrei statt kinderlos, meaning child-free instead of childless, we could demand far fewer resources from Mother Earth without suffering from nutrient deficiencies. However, since these practices are not widespread enough and humanity places such heavy demands on the planet, we would need a second Earth by summer just to supply everyone with the resources we currently consume. For this reason, an anti-natalist movement has emerged since the 20th century, a form of activism advocating for the gradual extinction of humanity. What is a sick person birthed to a super AI? In an editorial Dennis Nossler, editor-in-chief of the Ärzte-Zeitung, which is a German professional journal for medical scientists. Dennis Nossler calculates that hemodialysis generates 10 tons of CO2 emissions per patient. A super AI will ask itself whether it would rather serve the climate or save kidney patients, or indeed the sick in general, who undergo CO2-intensive or costly therapies. How can we preserve human value in the face of AI automation across nearly all areas of life? What constitutes the value of a human being? Does it lie solely in productivity? One answer: the computer is man's logical next step. Intelligence without morals. Attributed to John Osborne. No verifiable English primary source has been found.